So in this short video we'll just have a little review of rounding, and we'll start by asking a simple question. Is the number 17 closer to 10 or closer to 20? Clearly it's closer to 20. Okay. What about the number 238? Is it close to 230 or is it close to 240? Okay. So with whole numbers we just instinctively know which one it's close to. Okay. So this idea here is we're going to have a look at rounding some decimals. So if I ask you the number 8.4 and I ask you this, is this number close to 8 or is it close to 9? Now, what are you thinking when you're doing this? Correct, right? Correct, that's the right idea. So what we're looking at here is that if we look at it on a picture, 8.4 fits between 8 and 9. Now the most important bit about rounding is this middle point here. In other words, 8.5 is exactly halfway. Alright, so 8.4 is just less than halfway, so clearly this number is the closest one. So here we would say that 8 is the closest. Okay, let's try something a little trickier. What about the number 6.378? Okay. Now we could ask various things. We could say, is it close to 6 or 7? Correct, it's close to 6. Is it close to 6.3 or 6.4? What do you think about that? Yep, 6.4. Well, this, what I'm going to ask you to hear is it close to 6.38 or 6, I beg your pardon, is it close to 6.37 or 6.38? In other words, what I'm doing is I've got 3 decimal places here. I've got a point and then I've got a 3, a 7 and an 8. So I've got 3 decimal numbers. What I'm asking here is, what will the answer be if I only write 2 decimal numbers? Okay, so what I'm looking at is I'm basically looking at my first 2 decimal numbers. And you'll see straight away that just by looking at those, they are 6.37. That's the number, 6.37. And then the number on the 8, the number on the end, excuse me, the number on the end, the 8, tells us the position between 6.37 and 6.38. I'll show you. Alright, so here you can see that the number 6.378 is between 6.37 and 6.38. The number in the middle is 6.37, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've done 5 steps, and again that middle number has got the 5 in it. So here, there's the halfway line again. Is 6.378, is it close to 6.37 or is it close to 6.38? Well, clearly the nearest one is 6.38. Okay. Now, what would happen if our number was right in the middle? Now, what do I mean by that? Let's have a look at the number 8.45. Okay. Now, this time what we'll do is we'll round this number to 1 decimal number. So we've only got 1 decimal number there. Okay. So clearly the answer could be 8.4. because that's the number that the blue thing is telling us. Or the next one up is 8.5. Now where is 8.45? Well, it's right there, right in the middle. So 8.45 is the number which is right on that center line. Now when this happens, everybody in the world says we go upwards to the next one. We could go down or we could go up because it's exactly in the middle, so it's equal distance from 8.4 as it is from 8.5. But what we say here is if that ever happens, everybody in the world says 8.5. Okay, so that's a little short review of some decimal rounding, which you will have seen before, but it's just a little helper to get you going. Okay.